Hey guys, day 21, and I'll tell you more about it in just a bit. Okay, so this is day 21 of my journey to skinny at the end of week 3, and tomorrow starts week 4. And yesterday I weighed in at 193.3. Today I am 193.1. So that is a small drop, but nonetheless it's a drop. And so I am anxious to see how much I weigh tomorrow so I can put it down on my new week to see if I can lose 3 pounds. That would be so awesome to lose 3 pounds. It's been a while since I've lost 3 pounds in a week and kept it off. Now I've lost 3 pounds in a week but gained it back. But I would like to lose the 3 pounds in the week and keep it off and continue going on down that line. So what I had yesterday was 2 regular sized burritos with cheese and ranch dressing. And then later I had a Whopper and some fries and a miniature can of cherry Coke. And then I had 2 peanut butter toasts. That's all I had yesterday. And I was very satisfied. It was very filling, and that's all I needed. So it seems to me like there was something that I was wanting to talk about, but I'd only thought about that yesterday. I can't think immediately what it was. I think it was something to add along the lines of the different diet plans that I'd done. I had put in caption that I'd also tried diet pills. Now, I'm not talking about diet pills that doctors give you. I had tried Dexatrim. You know, Dexatrim is supposed to be an appetite suppressor, and it didn't suppress mine. But I was also a young teen. At the time I was babysitting, so I bought it for myself. My mother would have never bought it for me. So I bought it out of my own babysitting money. And no, it didn't suppress my appetite. So yeah, believe it or not, even though I was talking about the different things that I had done to try to lose weight during my adulthood after I had had my first child, even as a young person, I was attempting to lose weight, or at least maintain. But I think I was trying to get down to 130 because there was a certain scale at a GNC that said that for my height and frame, because they go by height and frame, I was to be like 130, 135, and I was around 142. So I wanted to lose that little bit of weight, which, thinking about it now, that was petty, but I considered myself to be fat then. And so I would also exercise with Mom to Richard Simmons' Sweating to the Oldies, which I can still remember everything on that one. Also, when I was in school, because I went to private school, it wasn't private school, it was Christian school. I would walk in the parking lot during breaks, and at home in our large garden that wasn't being used, I had literally walked out a path, and I had walked it enough that there was actually a round path. And so that was during my younger years. And on top of that, riding my bike constantly, except for when I was doing chores and homework. So at least I managed to maintain But the one thing that I didn't do was every chance I got, when I had money, when I'd earned it, I would get myself a bag of M&Ms. So I really didn't help myself any, plus the way that I would eat during the summertime when I would make my own lunch and stuff. So, I was kind of counteracting my efforts, which back at that time, if I would have just stuck with the controlled food environment, I probably would have lost that little bit of weight. But, so yeah, even as a young person, I had attempted, but it wasn't a dire need like it is now. Now, a lot of people says that I look good, but it isn't so much vanity for me to lose this weight. Some of it's vanity, but not 100% of it. Only about 15-20% of it is vanity. The other percentage is for my health. Like, for instance, I've got this big gut. People with big guts has a higher chance of having a heart attack, and of course suffering breathing problems, and even having diabetes. I'm not wanting to have diabetes, for one, because diabetes runs in my dad's family. I don't want to have a heart attack because, once again, heart disease and heart attacks runs in my dad's family. And breathing problems, well, my mother suffers breathing problems, but only if there's certain allergens. She used to have bronchial asthma, but she no longer has that. But her lungs are scarred, and therefore they're very sensitive to allergens. For me personally, because I've got this gut, it makes it hard for me to breathe, and that's the reason why I was huffing and puffing so bad when I'd done the last Great Walks for you all. And I noticed that you all said that I had you breathless as well. Aren't you glad that I'm the one that done the footwork? So seriously, and then there is my hips. My hips are an issue when I have to carry a lot of weight. My hips start giving me trouble when I've walked for a while. My knees aches when I'm overweight. My ankles stay swelled when I'm overweight. And now the swelling ankles, that might sound a little petty, but quite frankly, it gets very uncomfortable. And it's also not a very good sign when the ankles swell, because that means that you're retaining too much fluid. So there are medical issues as to why I need to get down to my normal weight. And for any of you who thinks that I would be going too skinny or going to end up being anorexic, no. And I'm not going by the scale system. This is for my frame, for my height, for my age and everything. I am to be between 130 to 140. That's my normal weight. And that's not too skinny. So for any of you, as I lose the weight and you start thinking I'm getting too skinny, just take note. I've not reached it yet. And even when I get into the 70s and I might look fabulous, I've not reached it yet. There's still health issues to be addressed. When I'll get into my 50s, I've still not reached it yet. So, y'all just be patient, okay? And don't think I'm hurting myself by losing the weight. Don't think that I'm too skinny, because honestly, the smaller I am and in my normal weight range, the healthier I'll be, which is my biggest goal, is to be healthy. It's not so much to lose the weight, but I know that by being this size, I'm not being healthy. Not to mention, it makes it very uncomfortable for me to wear any kind of pants, because then it causes my stomach to pop out even more, which makes it even harder for me to breathe. So there's a lot of reasons for me to lose the weight. It's not so much me looking good, but it's everything about me being comfortable, healthy, out of pain, and out of risk. So that is what I'm working forward to. And the vanity part will come in a different way, because I'll feel good about myself. So that right there, I'm letting you all know, if you are absolutely thinking, okay, she's going to end up getting too skinny, or she's already too skinny, or whatever. No, I haven't reached it yet. For some reason, people, okay, like when you're large, people thinks that you're eating wrong, that you're a fatty, that you're a glutton, that, you know. And then when you lose weight, they think that you've gone anorexic or bulimic. And, you know, we need to lose the weight for our health and for our assurity. And if we do it for vanity, as long as we don't end up getting underweight to the point that we're unhealthy, because there is also a weight that's unhealthy for a person. So if we're doing it all for the right reasons, and we get into a rate that is healthy and normal for us, then we need to not worry about what people says, because we know what we need. We know where we need to be. And so if people's hounding you because you've lost weight, and they're acting like you've hurt yourself, you've starved yourself, you look sick, and all that, just try your best not to consider what they're saying, because they're not in your shoes. They're not in your shoes. They don't know what you had been dealing with. They don't know you. You know you. They don't know you. So, I don't know who that's for, but apparently that's for somebody. So just take notice and be encouraged. If you've lost the weight, or if you're well on your way and you're looking good, you're healthier, but you're not quite there yet, don't let anybody stop you and tell you that you're finished, that you're starting to look bad and everything. You do what you know that you need to finish doing. And I'm not talking about being underweight and sick. I'm not talking about anorexia. I'm not talking about bulimia. I'm talking about normal. Okay? So, as to any of you who's being bothered by success, because people can't believe that you are doing better now. So, don't know who it's for. I hope that encourages you. I know I'm not going to let anybody stop me. If I haven't reached where I need to be yet, I'm going to keep on going regardless of what people think. So, anyway, I love you all. You all are awesome. And I appreciate you so very much. You'll see me tomorrow with another journey vlog. And you all have a great day. I would like to thank all my supporters on Patreon and BitChute. The funds are greatly appreciated, and they go towards supporting the great walks where I show off parks and attractions. If you would like to be a supporter also, then you can do so through Patreon. The links are left below the videos in the description box. Or if you would like to on BitChute, you can do so by subscribing to me on BitChute and go through PayPal. And I thank you in advance.